This is my dad, Peter. Peter is a world-renowned classical pianist, conductor, professor of music history, and musicologist. It's pretty safe to say that Peter knows more about music than anyone I know. Except, he has not listened to anything written after 1870. He has almost no knowledge of today's musical trends, genres, or culture. This is a Professor Reacts.
So, here you are.
Yeah, man.
You ready to listen to some music?
Sure. This is cool because, I spend a lot of my time telling other people about why I think Bach and Beethoven or whatever are great. So now it's like, I'm gonna get educated.
Okay, so the first song that I would like to get your analysis of, very popular song right now, up-and-coming rapper. His name is Desiigner. Just recently got a lot of big cosigns from a lot of other notable rappers, mainly Kanye West.
Sure it's not Desiigner?
All right, here we go.
Right, cool.
This is Panda by Desiigner.
Panda? Like the animal panda?
Yes, like the animal, yeah.
All right, cool.
I got broads in Atlanta, choosing to be in the family, credit cards in the scammers, eating the least in the family, legacies, family, wait, see, they like a panda, go on the back of my time, honey killers on their hands.
What I'm hearing, I'll tell you what I'm hearing. First of all, lots of layers, which is neat. So that reminds me of like the 18th century where you have counterpoint, one melody and another melody and another melody. So it's not like all on the surface. There's stuff back here in the distance, and foreground, middle ground, background kind of thing going on. In fact, when it first started out, I was like, wow, it's pretty quiet. And then, maybe 30 seconds into it, it's much more vivid. So that was neat because that the kind of backgroundy stuff just kept going. The reason I asked about who he was is because the kind of like in the background kind of almost reminded me a little bit of mariachi stuff, like Hispanic, like arriba kind of stuff. So I was wondering if he had any Hispanic, stuff in his background that he was.
Yeah, I'm not aware that he does. It's the same guy in the background. And in the
no kidding. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah,
so.
All right, cool. It starts out kind of tentative rhythmically. You've got these little fragments, and then he lets it fly. And the second verse is like, and these incredible metrical shifts where you're going like 3/8, 5/8. You could really, like a drummer. So that was cool. He's using the sounds of these words almost independent of their meaning. I know he's saying stuff. But a lot of times I can't tell what he's saying. But also, these little fragments of just sort of phonemes, just like little vowels and consonants that, so that like the word panda doesn't even mean panda anymore. It's just like a motive. It's like a little motif, little but it's like a little meditation on that sound that happens to go panda, but it's like divorced from the word panda, which means like a panda. So no, there's like a lot of rappers. I think I shouldn't say a lot of rappers like this guy. Okay, is using words as for their musical quality. There's the strong and weak syllables, the long and short syllables, the higher and lower pitches in the act of speaking. So panda becomes So that's cool. That was actually, cool.
All right, well, I'll send it to you. Now we're going to move on. It's a short song. It's on Kanye West's latest semi-controversial album, The Life of Pablo. It's called Father, Stretch My Hands, Part 1.
Trust you, I'm gonna show you. Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun on my morning bed.
I don't think you're in any danger of getting it on your t-shirt. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's the song.
It stops? Doesn't have like an ending or like a...
No. Well, there's a part 2, but it...
Cool. I mean, so that's intentional. He just snipped it and just said...
Snipped it a little bit at the end, yeah.
There's a famous painting by Gauguin where he crops it with the cow walking off to the left, like with just half the cow showing, and everybody was freaked out. It's like, it looks like he sliced the painting in half or whatever, and it's like, and that's from turn of the 20th century, but it's just this idea that this work of art, and then it's just like stops. It's not like rounded in any way, or there's no frame around it. It's just, it's going, and then it doesn't go anymore. One thing I think about a lot in studying music of all kinds is how you get from the beginning to the end coherently. In other words, how you start and how you get to the middle and how you get to the end, and how you bring a listener with you the whole time. Harmonically, like you move from certain chords and then you get to a little more tense chords, and then that keeps, you don't even realize it's happening, but you get a little more tense as you listen, and then that resolves, and then that movement from tension to release is how composers, move through their pieces. So, and then the third thing is rhythm. So what I noticed was you got one little track in the middle going, which keeps you kind of on the train of going from second to second through the song. Mm-hmm. But the bass is really open, like boom, kaboom, boom. And so, and the booms, the basses are what, of course, establish the harmony as you move through it. So, so in other words, if you could listen again on multiple levels, you can listen like, okay, we're moving from a 1 chord to a 5 chord and back, or you can just kind of grab onto the kind of rhythmic train in the middle and go and carry you through that in the tune, which is what that was, and again, it was a nice little, love story in a way, but the thing that
bleached.
I wasn't actually listening too much to the word.
Good. What'd you think of that chaotic kind of intro section? Is there anything in your sphere, of knowledge that you would compare that to?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. A lot of classical composers. I mean, you listen to the opening of Beethoven's Ninth, and it's just like the creation of the world. This total, like the beginning where there was without form and void, etc., and then there's the drop when the melody comes in. So, that's a really cool comparison. That's probably what Kanye West was thinking of. Maybe that's what Beethoven was thinking of. The other even weirder thing that doesn't sound anything like this, but a lot of the vocal music of Claude Debussy, from around, say, 1910, 1920.
Right.
He actually died in 1919. So anyway, Debussy tried to make his melodies serve the rhythm of the language rather than the other way around. So instead of coming up with a tune where you then fit the words to it and maybe stretch the word out a little bit or have a few notes on one syllable or something like that, what he said was let the music of the words dictate the music that accompanies it. So in other words, all of that kind of stuff. But also the other thing I was noticing is the way the bass drum or the kick drum and the rhythm of the voice intersect almost never, except once in a while. So like boom, boom, so that the important beats in the piece aren't the important beats in the delivery of the rap or the song, I guess. But every now and again they meet, and when they do, it's like a big moment. So that was cool. I could show you if you want. So there's an example right where they meet up.
I see.
And then almost everywhere else, the bass and the chord changes are disjunct from the important syllables of what he's saying.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it's pretty precise when it happens. So. That was actually, cool.
All right, well, I'll send it to you. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We'll be putting out another episode soon. I would love to hear your suggestions for other songs to use, and subscribe or whatever. And I'll put some links to what we talked about in the description. Thanks.